and then who fucking comes out, bro?
Oh
Who
my.
we expected it. We thought he was gonna show up. The fucking Rock shows up there. Doesn't say a fucking word. Doesn't say a fucking word. Just shows up.
It's the Lame Guys Podcast.
All right, bro. So this has nothing to do with wrestling, but I gotta ask you because I saw this
Okay.
TikTok Emily sent me, and it had me thinking. So I was like, oh, I wonder what Mario's would be. All right. So this TikTok says you get to put on a 30-minute Michael Jackson concert. What are the 5 songs in the lineup? And the guy, said his songs, and I was like, oh, that's a good one. So I did my songs. I told Emily my songs. So now I got to ask you. You get a 30-second
Dude, you're
concert.
asking the wrong
Hold
person.
on.
Oh,
Hold on. Hold
okay,
on.
okay,
See,
okay.
right, jumping the
I
gun.
was gonna say, bro, I don't know Michael Jackson, bro. You're asking the wrong person.
Bro, so tell me why. I told Emily, I'm gonna do that as my cold intro or my cold open. And she goes, you should do it because I already know Mario's gonna go. Bro, I don't know that shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't no fucking way. This is the question you're asking because I don't know, bro. Hey, Thriller, 5 times.
You get 30-minute concert for a Drake concert. What are the 5 songs you want to listen to? Only 5.
That's tough. Honestly, it'd probably just be older songs. It'd be a depressing ass concert because you got to throw Marvin's Room on there.
All right, Marvin.
But we all would be jamming up there. I mean, we'd all be sad, but we'd all be jamming. That's one of those songs too that at this point in our age, I feel like you don't have to be sad to listen to it. Like it's just a classic, you know?
Every time I listen to it, I'm never sad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like before, I felt like it was like a mood downer, but now I don't think that is anymore. Um, okay, so what did I say already?
Marvin's.
Marvin's Room. There's just so many that I like. I'm trying to narrow it down to 5. Hold on. Let me look at my playlist. I have a Drake playlist.
Ah.
Hold on, everybody. I know you can't wait to hear my answer.
Oh yeah.
I know everyone's dying.
Pens and needles. Ah, shit. Aubrey's going to see this.
Okay, let's see here. Because there's a lot that also get me hype, but at the same time, like I think Drake's best stuff is like
His
his
old
old
stuff.
shit. Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. Headlines. Headlines. I think you got to put on there. Take Care with Rihanna. I mean, I know they didn't end up working out, but I mean, you got to put that up there. Heifer. That's one that get us all hype. So that's 4 alone just from Take Care. And then you have classic with Lil Wayne. I'm going in. You have Fancy with Swizz Beats. I don't know, bro. I don't know if I could do 5. And I'm just naming off the old shit. Let's go to Nothing
Yeah.
Was the Same. You have I Love Pound Cake with Jay-Z. 305 to My City. What are we at there? We're at 10 now already. And I'm gonna put okay, just to close it, I'll put Family Matters with Drake because I think that diss track alone won the whole battle with him and Kendrick, but people don't want to accept it.
I love Family Matters. Family Matters is great.
Well,
I like
yeah,
that
and
one,
Kendrick
and
was
I like
smart.
that one. I like Family Matters, and I like Tailor Made. But the only downside is Tailor Made has the AI stuff, so it discredits everything. But to me, I'm
Well,
like,
and
I still like the beat. Like it was still smart. I liked it.
yeah, and they removed it.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. But Kendrick played it smart. I mean, he dropped his track right after Drake dropped Family Matters, so people weren't even able to really appreciate it.
I
No, I
love
mean, if
watching
I
Academic's reaction.
yeah, I think if truly for me to pick 5 songs, I think you would have to like give me a day to like really
Me.
write, like to really just be like, okay, these are the 5 songs I'm gonna do. Sorry, I know that doesn't really answer the question, but there's just so many.
Yeah, there's so many. Yeah, that's why I knew that you could probably answer a Drake one over a Michael Jackson one.
Yeah, I couldn't answer Michael Jackson. That's what I thought you were gonna say. Eminem would be a good one to do.
Mm.
Eminem. I'm
We
trying to
could do
think of
that
someone.
we could do that as a segment.
Well, yeah, that's one of those things too, where like there's so many Eminem songs to pick 5,
Mhm.
bro. You'd really need a few hours, I think, to really narrow it down to 5.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Lame Guys Podcast, episode
Yeah,
50.
that's so crazy when you say that 50.
Episode
We
50.
have
I'm Vincent.
we have something. I'm Mario. We have something in the works. I was hoping that it would drop. I was hoping that it would be our episode 50. It's not going to be, but it's a big episode. So that's in the works. So maybe hopefully it'll be 51 or 52.
Yeah, bro. For the millions of fans we have,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. Hey, but after that episode, we may not millions maybe, but we may be closer.
May got a couple hundred.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, we have a couple hundred right now.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into it, bro. Bad Blood.
Yeah.
There's a lot to break down here. You just want to do it how we always do it. Just go down the list, go down the match order.
Yeah, match order. And I mean, gosh,
First
like
off, let me ask
the,
you.
the first one is incredible.
Let me ask you first off. Did it live up to expectations, and what do you rate it out of 10? The whole PLE
Live
as a
up to
whole.
expectations. Yes, because the good outweighed the bad. If that makes any sense.
Okay, that's fair. Yes, that does.
There
make
are
sense.
some cons. There are some cons. But the good, they weren't just, oh, that's pretty good. No, they outweighed it completely. So it's just like, oh yeah, you can't even think about the bad.
Okay, I agree.
Rating. Honestly, I probably good 9, bro. A good 9.
Okay.
I had a
That's
good
actually
time
high.
watching it.
Okay,
I
that's
had a
actually high.
good time watching it.
Okay. I would probably rate it an 8.
That's fine.
I'd probably rate it an 8 because I agree with what you said. I mean, yeah, the good outweighs the bad. And it was pretty much first match, last match outweigh the whole PLE, the whole other 3
100%.
matches.
100%.
Okay, so right off the jump, bro. Get the trilogy, get the final. We assume it's the final match. I think it is between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Hell in a Cell. What a fucking match!
It was amazing.
Right now, I think on Cage Match or something. It was one of those sites that rates it. I think it's the highest rated WWE match of the year.
I have it right here.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Drew McIntyre versus, according to WrestleMania, yes, from Cage Match, Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk has the match rating of a 9.37. It is currently stands as the number 1 match of 2024 and number 22 of the best match ever in WWE. Holy crap.
That's crazy. I mean,
Oh
well
my
deserved.
gosh.
Well deserved,
They
bro.
laid it all out.
Yeah, I think I'd have to really think about like all the spot that it holds and all those records and stuff. I think from a wrestling standpoint, yes, it is the best probably match of the year. Is it the best like match moment of the year? No, because I still think WrestleMania 40 main event was just on a whole nother level, and it's crazy to think that was this year.
Yeah.
So I think from just a wrestling standpoint, yeah, that it's probably the best match of the year. Bro, fucking just get straight into it. Brings me back to our childhood days of Hell in a Cell meaning something. Hell in a Cell being this gruesome match that this rivalry is so bad that they just need to fucking settle it in a Hell in a Cell. Perfect prime example. Brings me back to the good old days of what we grew up watching. What a fucking match. I loved it. It brought me back in time because for a while we've seen Hell in a Cell matches just be like pointless ass matches. It's just a regular ass match inside the Hell in a Cell.
So I loved what CM Punk said on O'Shea Jackson's podcast, his show. He said that the Hell in a Cell has just basically become a toy that WWE plays in. He said that, how did he word it? That before they were looking, that basically the Hell in a Cell, the cell was used for, what was he saying? Gosh damn.
I remember what you said. Yeah, I remember. I saw the
They
quote,
needed a
but
match for the cell, but no, or whatever. It needs to be, there needs a match that needed a cell or something like that, right?
it was something along those lines. Like it was, yeah, they needed the match for the cell, but this one needs the cell for the match or something. Yes, something along those lines. Yes, he's pretty much just saying that this rivalry needed a Hell in a Cell.
So yeah, basically CM Punk is just going on saying that their rivalry was so big, bro, they needed a Hell in a Cell to end it. Basically, how you've been saying that this is just a callback to our childhood, to where the big matches, bro, truly the big rivalries, this is where you laid it all out on the line, 100%. And they delivered fully.
Phenomenal. It was great. I enjoyed from start to finish, bro. It truly did feel that way. Like it felt like a straight up fight. Michael Cole said it. This isn't a match. This is a fight. And
Mhm.
it truly felt that way throughout the whole match. Not even just because we got blood, but just because like the way they even played it off, bro. The way the way Drew and CM Punk played it off, like it really did look like they fucking hate each other. Um,
Yeah.
and it was great. I mean, from a wrestling standpoint, from I think the objects that they used standpoint, I feel like was on point. The only thing was is I did think Drew McIntyre had thumbtacks when he pulled out the bag,
Oh,
and I
yes,
thought,
bro.
no way, bro, they're bringing but it was the fucking beads from the bracelet.
Which I'm not gonna lie, nice touch.
It was a nice touch because technically, I mean, that's been a big focal point of this rivalry. I mean, that's been what a lot of this rivalry was about, was just because about these fucking bracelet.
Yeah.
So it was phenomenal, bro. I think CM Punk, I think we all knew he was gonna win there.
Mhm.
Um, you could argue he needed it more just because I think, he's going to the title picture after this. I definitely see Drew McIntyre taking some time off, rightfully so. I mean, bro, you saw the fucking staples in his head.
Oh my gosh,
He needed
16 stable.
16. Apparently that hit wasn't even a planned thing, like where he hit Drew with the toolbox.
Mhm.
Um, but it added a nice touch because it felt fucking brutal, bro.
I told Emily at the end of it, I was like, "Oh, you know damn well both those men, once they walk back to the gorilla position, they're gonna hug each other and say, 'God damn, bro, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that storytelling.'"
People were mad that it wasn't the main event. I understand why. The shot with CM Punk at the end of the ramp, just looking off, that could have definitely ended the PLE. Like that could have definitely been an ending PLE shot. I understand why. Uh, we'll get into why the main event, why that wasn't the main event later. But bro, any other PLE, that's the fucking main event, and we go home happy.
Yeah, 100%. What I truly loved, and I even said it to, Emily at the very end, is I love that these 2 men put each other through, no pun intended, through hell. They for real gave each other hell in that match to where even CM Punk, who won the match, he walks out, still walking down the ramp, falls over, still has to have medical attention on the ramp, still showing that, bro, he may have won, but this man has changed. Like, that's what they always say, that, like, you know, they always say during like promos that, Hell in a Cell takes years off your lives. It changes people and all this stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
shortens your
Why do you think
career.
both of them were so hesitant about this match? It shortens your career. Yeah. So I love the fact, the nice touch. And I kept on saying it. God, what a nice touch. What a nice touch. Great, great move. Have him, play it off that I can't even walk. I may have won, but I'm still messed up. I still need
Yeah.
help. I love that little touch.
Yeah. No, it was phenomenal, bro. I think it was written perfectly. I think I saw Abyss. I don't know his real name, but
Mm,
Abyss. I see. That's still Abyss to me. Abyss
yeah.
produced it. No, it was phenomenal, man. I really enjoyed it. They did a fantastic job of, like we've been saying, we've harped so many times on this podcast that the Hell in a Cell didn't mean anything, or hasn't meant anything in a long time. This one did mean something, and I just hope they use it for only these type of rivalries. I don't want this to be an every year thing. Even like next year's Bad Blood doesn't need to have a Hell in a Cell unless there's a rivalry like CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. That's fine, but it's got to be for those rivalries. Like I don't want it to be just an every year thing. We have it like that. And CM Punk said it, I think, on O'Shea Jackson's podcast. Like you said, it was a toy. Like it was just used as an every year thing for every type match thing. No, bro, this needs to be for fucking rivalries like Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. And I'm so happy Triple H did that again. And Triple H, rightfully so, he's been in some of the most memorable Hell in a Cell matches.
Yep.
So I
Yep.
think he looks
100.
at it from that standpoint, not like Vince. Vince looked at it as this is money. Like this is people just want to see the Hell in a Cell. Triple H looks at it as, no, this needs to be for those rivalries that are personal and truly can fit being in a Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, I think CM Punk worded it as far as, it wasn't a cell that was looking for a match. It was a match that needed a cell,
Yep, and it did.
like, and yeah, that one needed it 100%.
It did.
Well, I mean, the other one we said that would have definitely benefited from it was the Liv and Rhea situation. But you know what? If it was between them two, I'm perfectly fine with CM Punk and Drew because
Yeah.
that match was phenomenal.
Yeah. Props to Drew McIntyre too, bro. That fucking and I saw it all over Twitter
Oh,
where he tries to do the claymore, and then you could tell like he's supposed to land on the steps like full back, but he
yes.
hits his like fucking tailbone. Gosh, bro, he deserves some time off because I know that shit fucking hurt.
You should have seen my reaction. Basically, the reactions you see on YouTube and social media of everyone giving their reactions and being dramatic, I'm truly that. Like, if
Yeah,
I'm actually sitting there and watching it, if I had a camera on me, you would have saw me. Whenever he did it, I go, like, my back curled and my toes were, I was like, that fucking hurt so bad. It hurt me.
yeah, bro.
I
Yeah,
knew it was bad.
I props to fucking Drew McIntyre, man. That's what this was a prime example too. Next time someone says to me, "Why do you watch wrestling? Wrestling's fake." Show them this fucking match. Show
Mhm.
any person this fucking match. They can't say otherwise. You can't tell me that this is fake. Yes, the outcome is finished, whatever, whatever. But bro, like this throwback to the Vince documentary. Hogan says if this is fake, I've had 18 surgeries. Like where I missed the memo. Like, bro, this shit is not fake, bro. That shit is real, and you know they both cannot walk today. I assume this was Bad Blow was
Oh,
last night. You know both of them ain't doing shit today.
yep.
You
Yep.
want to move on to the next match?
Larry just sitting on CM Punk's chest. Punk can barely breathe, and he just there. Good boy,
Yeah,
like,
bro.
bro.
I'm sure it was hard to even get home. Imagine the flight.
Yeah,
But solid ass match. It was great. I mean, out of 10, I'd give that a 10. It was a 10 to me. I don't know why
it
anybody would
was
give
a
it a
great
9.
one.
Yeah,
One of these days, I want us to go through all the Hell in a Cell matches and try to rank them like that or something because this is definitely up there.
for sure. It was legendary.
Yeah,
Moving on, you want to move on to the next match?
yeah. Next match, we had
Bailey and Nia Jax. So
Bailey and Nia Jax for the women's champion.
we're going from a high of highs, which this is what a tough spot to follow. What a tough match to follow, bro, for anybody, right? Like it doesn't even matter that's Bailey and Nia Jax, but like put anybody in that follow up and Jesus, like that's so hard to do. But
Mhm.
Bailey and Nia Jax get the follow up to the Hell in a Cell match, and you know, I mean, I think it went how we all thought it was going to. I mean,
Yeah,
Nia Jax gets the win. Tiffany once again teases the cash in. I didn't think that she was going to cash in at Bad Blood. I think that's going to be at a bigger PLE, like a Survivor Series. Um, but I mean, there were some botches. Hey, Nia Jax hit that
Eric Arana.
the Hurricane Rana. I mean, kind of like she missed it, but Bailey did a good job of flipping
Gosh.
herself. You know, I mean, it is what it is. It was a hard match to follow up. There wasn't much story here. I wasn't very invested.
Yeah,
But I mean, props to them. I mean, Nia Jax gets the win. She's having a good title run, I feel. So I'm curious to see where this whole Tiffany thing goes.
yeah, me too. I honestly thought to myself, you know what? I mean, they kind of prolong. Like, I thought they were going to hold off on the teasing that the little cracks in their friendship and everything like that for a little bit longer, but they've kind
Yeah,
of just been diving into it, and Nia's been making these threats. So that told me she's cashing in, and I can see her doing it, and that pop will be big. Like, especially after we found out that main Hell in a Cell was opening, I thought, oh yeah. And then once Hell in a Cell was over, I thought Tiffany's about to cash in, and that's going to make this whole match pop again. She tried. But then she tried to, the ref picked up the briefcase and everything like that. She was handing it back to Tiff, but like from Nia's perspective, I see what it looked like. She pulled the
she rose
Undertaker
up like
pose.
the
She
Taker.
sat up, bro, and she was just looking at her. And and Tiffany was like, "Bro, like, no, I'm not doing it."
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a cash in for, like you said, the pop is going to be huge. So I think it's going to be a cash in for a big pay per view, a big PLE. It's going to be
Mhm.
a Survivor Series. I don't think it happens. I think if it doesn't happen as a Survivor Series, then it's got to be Royal Rumble. One of those two.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
so, yeah, I mean, about Nia's title run. I am most excited to see Tiffany cash in. I'll put it that way.
yeah,
Like she's
yeah,
still having a good run. In I wanted her to be the champion. Like I feel like her as a heel works really well. But I also feel like her run is kind of just because I want to see her fight Jade. I want to see her fight Bianca for those title shots, and we're not getting those matches. So at this point, then fuck it, give me Tiffany. Have Tiffany cash in. Um,
bro. Once her music hit,
but
the whole time I was just walking around my living room going, "Let's go, let's go." I thought that was it. We're
yeah,
about to get it right now.
Yeah, as soon as the ref went down, I was like, "It's Tiffy time," because you knew that you were finna hear that shit. Okay, so moving on to the third match there, we had Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. Thoughts on their match.
Um, not fully disappointed, but disappointed
It's
is
very
a word that
unmemorable to
comes to
me.
mind, if that makes sense.
Say it again.
Underwhelming. I'll say the underwhelming. Not disappointed, underwhelming.
Yeah. Mhm. It didn't hit for me. This whole thing hasn't really hit for me since Damian and Rhea separated from the Judgment Day, and this match I felt like could have benefited from a stipulation, um, whether it's a
Yeah.
street fight, whether it's whatever it is. Um, it didn't. Yeah, it was underwhelming for me. Not very memorable. I felt that Finn Balor needed the win here more because Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley leaving the Judgment Day. Now we have this new Judgment Day, and a lot of people aren't taking them serious. From a social media perspective, from the WWE community, um, and I felt like Finn Balor getting the win here, not only brings him back to relevancy, uh, as far as like title picture goes, as far as like Finn Balor finally winning a big match because it feels like it's been forever since we've seen him win a big match, and then it also adds credibility to the Judgment Day, because they just get their ass whooped by Damien every single week. It feels like, and Damien gets the win here, and I understand because they feel like Damien is big enough that they're separating him and they want him to do well by himself. So I get it, but at the same time, I just feel like Judgment Day needed the W there, um, and it didn't get it. Another thing that pisses me off, and I've said this before, I hate it when a bad guy hits move after move after move and the good guy kicks out. The second the good guy does one move, match is over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Good
I
point. I
hate
agree.
I hate that shit. And Finn Balor hits three coup de grace. He hits one clean, and then he hits two more on Damien's back. And Damien no sells them like he does not sell them out well whatsoever. Um, and then Damien just catches them, does the choke slam, boom, match done.
Mhm. I do like his sit down choke slam or whatever the hell that the full name of it is. I think it's clean as hell.
Yeah,
But
it's not.
but
Yeah,
I get
it's
what
not a
you're
knock
saying.
on Damien. I'm just saying, like, I can't. I hate that. Like, how are you? The bad guy does 3, 4 moves, and good guy kicks out. Good guy does one move, and bad guy loses.
Yeah. I agree with you. Finn definitely would have benefited from this win because Damian losing doesn't diminish his stock right now. Him and Rhea are so hot right now with the fans. I mean, shit, you put Rhea with anyone, they're going to, well, I'm not going to say anyone because Dom couldn't go over with the fans, but he got a reaction. So that's still pretty fine.
Yeah,
But Damian's hot, Rhea's hot right now. Him taking that L would have not hurt him at all. It definitely would have helped Finn Balor in establishing that he is still the fucking prince, bro. Finn Balor is no scrub. Like I said, every single time we saw a promo where Damian would try to I don't know, like step up to Finn. Me and you would be like, bro, who the fuck you talking to like this, bro? This is Finn Balor we're talking about.
yeah,
And Finn, he took the back seat the whole time for Judgment Day. So I just really wish it paid off and be like, all right, no, bro, I'm still going to get this win over you. Like, remember who I am. But no, it didn't happen.
yeah. No, and it goes back to what I'm saying, bro. Finn Balor hasn't won a big match. It feels like in forever, and the whole build up to this, he's saying that he's still the prince, like he's still Finn Balor, and just for him to lose clean like that, like, I mean, and then Judgment Day comes out. Damien, they do really nothing, and I just feel like for us to take them serious, they needed the win there more. Oh well, I mean, I just don't think people are taking the new Judgment Day serious. So, and Finn Balor is the guy of that new Judgment Day. So you have him lose. You're right. I mean, I think he needed the win more there. You want to move
Real
on
quick, I was going
to?
to say
Go ahead.
history may repeat itself, bro, because I feel like the past 2-3 years have taught us anything from this Paul Levesque era. Now that obviously we're officially in it, but you kind of pay your dues for a little bit. You build
Yeah,
up other talent. You take some losses, even if it's like a year or two. It's going to pay off. Look at Seth. Look at Jay. Look at LA. Look at
Bailey,
fucking
Bailey.
Bailey. Like you're going to take those L's for a minute, and it's going to have
Mhm.
people like us going off about it. But trust me, bro, I feel like history is going to repeat itself again in WWE. And when Finn gets a title, it's going to be a great one. So I'm going to hold out hope. But right now, I'm thinking you should have fucking won, bro.
Well, and I mean, do you want to see them go again? Like, I'm honestly tired of this whole Judgment Day and Finn
No,
Balor and
no.
Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. I'm just, I have no interest. Like, I thought I would, and I thought they were gonna go, but it's just not doing it for me. And so we can lead into Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, which was next. Um, wait, was that next, or was Triple H's announcement next?
Triple H's announcement, I think, was next.
Okay, you want to talk about that? I mean, did you have any interest in this new title that we're getting from Crown Jewel?
All I thought to myself was, boy, Dubai got that money,
Yeah.
or Riyadh got that money.
Yep.
Even Triple H tried to say, 30 something karat gold on here. And I was like, bro, okay, bro.
Yeah, I just thought, okay, dude, I don't give a fuck. Like, I just don't care. Like, if you want to say that you want to have champions go against champions and bring back fucking Night of Champions or something, like, I get it, like doing it at Crown Jewel, that's fine. I just feel like that one for sure is money grab, and then it's like it has no point. Like, it has no impact on the storylines that we are getting for future reference. Like he announced this, right? So now we're getting Cody versus Gunther, which phenomenal. Like, I'm not going to complain about seeing
Yeah,
Cody
on
versus
paper, that's
Gunther.
great.
Yes, I'm not going to complain about that. But I see what happened after Bad Blood, and now I'm like, okay, well that's got to wait now because Crown Jewel's the next PLE, and we're seeing Cody versus Gunther. Like I don't care to see that. Like I want it to tie into the storyline. None of the titles are on the line. It's just the winner gets that Crown Jewel championship. So cool. I mean, money grab, but whatever.
Let's play into it, though. Who the fuck wins?
So I thought about it. My brother asked me too. I don't see Cody losing. I don't see him losing clean.
Mm,
I could see him being cost the match, whether it's by the bloodline, whether it's by Kevin Owens. That's another thing. But I don't see him losing clean. I mean, who do you have winning there?
I don't. I have no idea.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't have. I personally don't have Cody losing clean. If he does lose, it's by interference. But if you're talking about no interference whatsoever, Cody to me is winning the match.
because Gunther's a fucking dog, bro.
He is.
Gunther
He
is
is.
a savage, and that dude, gosh, I just thinking, hey, Cody might as well go ahead and get that pec messed up again, bro. Show all that red, because once Gunther's done with him, it's gonna be deja vu all over again. But then
Yeah.
I'm thinking, Cody's Cody. he's fucking,
That,
he's
I
Superman.
just I don't see him losing. I just don't, bro. He's the one who ended Roman's streak. He won
Yeah,
2 Royal Rumbles in a row. He is Superman at this point. So
yeah,
if you're talking clean, if you're talking who loses clean, it's got to be Gunther because also the heel can lose and lose no credibility.
yeah,
That was the way I look at it. Whereas a face loses, it takes a lot. It takes some, not a lot, but it takes some credibility. I think if you put a heel, Gunther loses, he shows up on Raw next week and beats somebody's ass, and we're back to Gunther being Gunther.
yeah,
You want to move on to Rhea and Liv?
yeah.
This was the worst match of the night for me.
Uh, I needed a Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, I mean, this match needed to be Hell in a Cell. You don't want fucking Dom to interfere? Put it in fucking Hell in a Cell. Now I get it. They probably don't want to give that notion, right? That every match needs a Hell in a Cell. I get it, but this to me felt like a personal rivalry. And it hasn't been doing it for me either. Like on Raw, like I'm honestly just kind of tired of it. I was hoping that this would be a good final match. We'd see Rhea go another way. We'd see Liv go another way. Um, I mean, I don't even know where to begin, bro. I thought it was awful.
Did Raquel ruin it?
I don't think she ruined. Well, so I guess you really gotta. I guess you can't really say Raquel ruined it because we don't really know what the actual plan was. Did she come early? Did the ref mess up and see her when he wasn't supposed to? There's a lot of underlying things. Was Dom actually supposed to get hung up like that? Like
Yeah,
fully. My
yeah,
guess was Dom was supposed to get hung up. The ref was supposed to go help him, and then that's when Raquel was supposed to attack Rhea. That's the way I envision it. But she attacked Rhea before the ref even got to Dom. And so the ref had to see it. Like there wasn't even like a, how can you play that off? And then they rang the bell, but Raquel, I guess, didn't even hear it. She was probably so nervous, and she put Liv on to cover Rhea. I think that was supposed to be the finish. And then maybe the ref sees it, and then comes and counts 1, 2, 3. I don't know what the actual finish was. So did she ruin it? If she went early, then yeah, she did. No pop whatsoever. I felt kind of bad.
Yeah, she took a page out of Tonga Loa's book, bro. Made this return, or like him, made a debut and messed up instantly. I mean, no
Yeah, I
pop.
mean,
You're right.
like I said, I don't want to say that she messed it up just because I don't know the actual plan, but I know how it looks. It does look like she's the one that messed it up. And yeah, I mean, so Liv wins by DQ.
I love the referee cam, and Rhea says, 1 minute. Give me 1 minute to take care of business. And the ref goes, you deserve that. Bro,
And then
so
Corey Graves goes.
and then he
Corey
wasn't
Graves
going to
goes
count
talking
him.
about a. Corey Graves goes talking about a partial ref. Like, geez, this is caught on camera. I'm thinking, yes, bro. What the fuck? I was like, who the fuck is this ref? Um,
You don't lie down, boy.
uh, it was a mess. It was a fucking mess. And you're right. Like, if a match on this card needed a Hell in a Cell, this match needed fucking Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Because it could have benefited from it tremendously. I don't care about seeing them run it again. I just don't. I don't know about
It's
you.
going to happen. It's going to
You
happen.
think so?
Fuck yes, it's going to
I think
happen.
we see Rhea versus Raquel.
That'll be fun. But thing is, it's just like, oh gosh,
Raquel
really,
has no fucking character, bro. She has no
really.
charisma, I should say.
She can go
No
do it. She can do her
charisma, bro.
little like back and shit and everything, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Look at Rhea's back.
I, I I do like Raquel. I think she is good in the ring, but she's got no fucking charisma. And I think that Liv is gonna be her mouthpiece, and Raquel's just gonna be the muscle.
I think we can both agree though. Liv and Rhea, good job. You looked great in the ring. You look great in the
Yeah.
ring.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but it just didn't do for me at all, bro. Like I honestly, I enjoyed Bailey versus Nia Jax more than I enjoyed that match.
Mm.
So, and if you would have asked me beforehand, I would have fucking said obviously Dom and Liv and Rhea is gonna be way better. No, it just was a mess. It just felt like a mess to me.
Yeah, I was on my phone equally, pretty much for both those matches.
Yeah.
All three of the matches, bro. Honestly, but
Yeah, well, like we said in the beginning, from start, first match high, then you're at a constant low. Then the last match was great. I saw a lot of people on Twitter saying the PLE actually wasn't that good. It was just the hype from the Hell in a Cell and from the last match that makes it like good. But overall, I saw a lot of people saying it was a mediocre PLE.
and I get that. I get that
Yeah,
100%.
I
And that's
understand.
why I'm saying
Yep.
the cons are there and they're very noticeable. Hence why we are speaking on them. But the pros were
Mhm.
fucking pros, bro.
Yeah.
To where that Hell in the Cell match was insane and it was brutal. And you know what I also love too, bro? It was a Hell in the Cell match that was so brutal that there was no shock value into, let's say, other promotions where they have to like do skewers on their forehead or
Yeah.
anything like that, get broken glass and all this stuff,
Mhm.
do barbed wire, like explosion, like all this other BS that where me and you send each other on Twitter and we go, that's stupid. That doesn't make
Mhm.
sense. What did Drew and CM Punk do, bro? A table, what a screw, not a screwdriver, a
Wrench.
wrench or whatever, some beads, a
The steps.
toolbox, the steps. And that's all you needed. Like I didn't need to see any more. Yeah, did I get tricked into thinking that tax are going to be involved? Yeah, but then again, in my head, I thought, well, fuck, Hell in a Cell, yeah, bro. I mean, mankind, all that shit. Like, of course, we're gonna get tax, but we got the beads, and that's fine too. But what I really liked is that it was brutal, but it still made sense. Everything made sense. I didn't have to get that big ass shock value to make me go like, "Ugh, that shit's nasty as fuck. I'm trying to see all that. No, this one was just like how you said, bro. It's our childhood, bro. This is some
Yeah.
wrestling to us.
No, yeah. I mean, I agree with what you're saying. Which is crazy because I used to love like when Mick Foley would bring out the barbed wire bat and shit.
Yeah.
Um, but I think I've never seen wrestling like AEW has done with the needle in Swerve's mouth with the
Oh,
skewers. Like I just that to me is where, and some people might call us pussies for that, and that's fine. Um, But you're right. Like, yeah, this Hell in a Cell had blood, and it got to the point where we saw some brutal like bumps, but yeah, you're not seeing like fucking people put skewers in their forehead and put needles in people's lips.
I loved when Drew, going back to it real quick, I'm sorry. I loved when Drew lifted Punk over the post and they both landed on the table. For some reason,
Yeah.
I love that fucking bump so much. I love that spot. I literally was just like, that was gorgeous. They both landed perfectly. Table broke even beautifully. I thought that was a perfect one, dude.
Yeah. No, it was phenomenal, bro. It was phenomenal. It was the best match of the night for sure.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, I agree.
it was the best match of the night for sure. I get why the last match was the last match because of the moment at the end. But if you're talking about just straight up matches, yeah, that was the best match. You ready to
And
move
let's
to the
get
main
into it.
event?
Yeah, let's get into it, bro.
Main event. Bloodline 2.0, Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns and, believe it or not, fucking Cody Rhodes.
Say that
Crazy
one
to
more
see
time,
them.
bro.
Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, like, believe it or not, crazy to fucking see. I'm watching it on the screen. Even Teresa, my wife, is like, "What's the story here? They're tagging." Like, people that don't even watch wrestling know that it is fucking weird to see Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns tagging. But we fucking got it, and I enjoyed the match. I enjoyed
Yeah.
it. Let's talk about just the entrances. Entrances got botched a little there. The band fucked up Cody Rhodes' entrance.
They were
And then
so off.
the orchestra, I felt like wasn't really doing anything. I just heard like the actual song from like the WWE perspective. So whatever. But Cody Rhodes comes out first. Roman Reigns comes out second. I texted you. A side always comes out second. I don't know. I may be looking too into it, but I just feel like if Roman gets the last entrance there, he's still the guy.
Oh yeah, I agree. I love Cody's mask. I think that bitch clean as hell or whatever when he comes out with it. Yeah, entrances were cool, but a little botched. But still, when we talk about aura,
Oh, dude, there's nobody like it. There's
no, bro,
nobody
when we
fucking
talk
like it, bro.
what's funny is I thought to myself, you can ask Emily, bro. I kept on saying, "Where's Paul? Where's Paul?" Like, because Roman, when he was leaning a little bit, I thought he was going to look back to the side or turn around, and Paul was going to come out. And I thought, "Oh my gosh, this is about to be amazing." Paul Heyman's making his return right now, but no, it didn't happen, unfortunately. But it's just still the aura of Roman Reigns, bro. It was incredible.
hmm Yeah, seeing him walk out, phenomenal shape. Just
Oh,
the aura that he has, bro. The whole crowd, you see them having their wands in the air. I think I think it just hits more too because Roman, if anybody deserves this love from the crowd, bro, Roman Reigns fucking deserves it. He went like 10 he went like
10
10
years,
years
bro.
straight of people just fucking hating him. Whether he was a good or him as a good guy, like people just didn't care, bro. They went hating him for like 10 years straight. And now to see him in this moment like this with the crowd, it's just, bro, it's just great. And to see him back wrestling since WrestleMania was fantastic. I love his little demeanor at the beginning when Cody's gonna start and he goes, you could see, like, you could read his lips a little. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna start? You sure?" Like, you could see that he was saying that shit. I don't know if you could read his lips, but I was just thinking like you could tell he just kept going because yeah.
Yeah.
And then whenever he's in the ring, and then the way he does his tag, and he goes, like, he puts his hand out, yeah, like that. I just, bro, him just working the crowd is phenomenal. Um, it was a pro Roman crowd for sure. I think the TV showed it more as a Roman crowd, but I watched videos of fans there, and Cody got tremendous pops as well.
Um, Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the big moment everyone was waiting for was for Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu to be in the ring together, like what both of them as legal man and everything. And in my head, I thought this is going to be the pop of like the big ass pop when it comes to a
Yeah,
tag. I feel like when they were in the ring together, I didn't like the crowd was, cheering, but I didn't feel like I got that big ass moment like when they both were face to face in the cage match, bro, on SmackDown. I feel like
yeah.
that was still louder than Bad Blood. And I thought everyone was just like, oh, okay, they're legal men. like, yeah, like, but I feel like I didn't get that big like hypeness and everything like
Yeah,
that.
that may have just been WWE's way. Like that may have been the producer's fault of how they produced the match. Because you're right, like the tag just happened and then they just started fighting. Like there wasn't really like a build up, like a good
Yeah,
build up to me. Um, so yeah, you're right. But I think whenever they fight one on one, that is when we will get that big pop, that big like big fight feel.
I do
Who knows
love
when that'll
Roman's
happen?
face whenever Jacob got in the ring or whatever to back up Solo or whatever, and Roman's kind of looked at him, like stared at him, and like was just studying him and everything like that. Almost just like, who the fuck do you think you are, bro?
Yeah.
That's when I thought the crowd was going to go off. And then especially I was like, okay, so they're going to kind of like tease it right there. And then once they get that tag, then oh my gosh, this is what we've been waiting for. Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns. Here we go.
Yeah.
But it just kind of happened.
Yeah,
It was cool.
you're right. But I mean, overall though, the match was still good.
Yeah, it was solid.
You know, Cody at the end, I liked him. You know, saluting Roman's, pretty much saying like, "All right, bro, I'm taking out Jacob." Like, you saw him telling him, "Stay down, stay down." Jacob is a fucking beast. He's not staying down. So Cody pretty much looks at Roman like, "All right, I'm finna do this salute. Like, you finish the rest."
Good move
Um,
too.
Yeah, so he jumps off the ring post and onto Jacob Fatu on the table. Great spot. And then we see Roman and Solo duke it out, and it looks like Solo's gonna win, bro. And who do we get? Who do we finally get back? Jay Uso, or not Jimmy Uso. Sorry. Uh, I was so happy to see him back.
Oh, bro, you're telling me. And what's funny is the camera was right on Solo and Roman, and you hear Solo yelling at him and everything like that. You lied to me. You said it was me.
Mhm.
You said I was next.
Cinema,
Yada yada.
bro.
Just
Yep.
just going off on him. But what's funny is you hear the crowd start getting a little louder, and then in the background you see people pointing. And I
Mhm.
told Emily, I'm like, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? I was like, babe,
Michael
it's
Cole
Jimmy.
even
It's
was
Jimmy.
saying it.
It's Jimmy. It's Jimmy. And then sure enough, the hooded figure and everything like that. And then there was a small pause in my head where I thought, another fucking cousin. Oh my gosh, bro. But no, Jamie pulling down the bandana, his tongue all out, just like, let's go. And
Yeah.
I loved it.
It was so great to see him back. I kind of wish his music hit. I kind of wish he came running down the ramp to do that, but I understand. Uh Typical Jimmy fashion. That's how he shows up. That's how he showed up. That's how he showed up multiple times before. Um so yes, seeing Jimmy back, and I love it because the camera doesn't show you, like you said. You just see the people in the background have their phone out recording. You hear Michael Cole telling Corey Graves, and Corey's like, "Who is that? I don't have my monitor on. I can't see." But you don't see it, right? And then you just see Solo look over, and the camera pans out, and then it shows Jimmy. Phenomenal cinema, bro. This whole bloodline rivalry, I think the reason that we all love it so much also is because it truly is cinema. A lot of these other matches are just matches, and that's fine. But this one truly does touch into the cinema aspect of wrestling, and I think that's why people love it so much. That's why we love it so much, because I don't feel like there's any more. I don't feel like there's very much storytelling in other rivalries other than the fucking bloodline. There are some here and there, but like the bloodline one is so great, bro. When Roman finally hugs Jimmy, like,
Oh,
bro, that's fucking cinema, dude. Like, we're fucking wrestling fans getting so happy about Jimmy and Roman hugging. Like, like that's storytelling right there. So I think that's why we love the bloodline story so much, and that's why it hasn't gone stale. Is because it's every week there's there's a new story arc to the story, um, and it was great, bro. Fucking Jimmy takes out Bloodline 2.0, helps Roman get the win. And Roman looks at Jimmy like, "You did that for me? Like after all I've done to you, you still did that for me." Like, and Roman hugs him because he thought he was alone. Like, bro, that's fucking cinema, bro. It was phenomenal. I loved it.
someone posted on Twitter and said, "This is it, man. This is storytelling. Jimmy always wanted to do this with respect. He always gave Roman second chances. Last time Roman didn't take it. He ended up paying for it. He thought he was all alone. But like Michael Cole said, blood is thicker than water. Roman officially gave Jimmy his respect. Now they'll run this thing together." I love that.
Oh, I love it, bro. It was just it's cinema, it's storytelling. Like that's why we love going to the movies. Like, and this is what we love about wrestling. Like we love wrestling. Don't get me wrong, but we're not into the indie type shit because that's just strictly wrestling, bro.
Yeah.
We love WWE because they have there's storylines to these matches. And the Bloodline story is just cinema. And then with Cody Rhodes there in the corner and Roman's looking at him, and then Roman's like you did good, like we're done, and he leaves,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then he leaves. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and that's exactly what I said. I don't know if it was last episode or episode before that, saying that's exactly what I wanted to happen. I didn't want them to shake hands, or shake hands is cool, but I didn't want them to hug, be buddies. I just needed a cool,
Yeah.
thanks. And that's
Yep.
it. And that's exactly what I wanted. Why? Because at the end of the day, bro, Cody still has what fucking Roman wants. And I love that Roman doesn't lose sight of that. And hell, even when Jimmy and after the match is over, Jimmy and Roman are walking up the ramp. Cody's celebrating in the ring and he gets jumped. And then Jimmy's saying, "Oos, like I follow your lead. What are we doing? Like, come on." He's like, "Bro, this is a one-time thing." He told Jimmy
Yeah, he
straight up, "This
says
is
it.
a
Yep.
one-time thing." And he's like, "Oos." He goes, "I follow you. Like, what do you want to do?" And then they kept on looking, and then they went to go save Cody, which was fine. Like, it was good. That's obviously the move to do.
Yep. But there's
And
still that little
then
heel. There's still that little heel in Roman still,
yeah,
because
there's
he
still that
even
heel in
you're
Roman.
right. He even says it like we've said, he's a good guy, but with parentheses around it or whatever. Like he's he's
Anti-hero.
still a heel at the end of the day. Yes, like he's still one of those guys like a Randy Orton who he's a good guy, but he'll do heel stuff, and the crowd will still love him for it. And yeah, and you're right. He sees Cody getting jumped, and he pretty much tells Jay or Jimmy bro, that was one time. Like I'm not gonna help him. I love Jimmy's mannerisms too because when they come out of the ring, he goes, "Your idols." You good? And then he shows him like his shirt. Like, bro, Jimmy is so funny, and I've been ready for him to come back because Jay is having all this success, and rightfully so. That's great for Jay. But Jimmy, I feel like is just as good, and people don't take him seriously, and so I'm just ready to see Jimmy in the spotlight again. And so then yes, we see them go help, and then Roman gives Cody the title back, like pretty much telling him like I'm coming for this, like don't forget. And then who fucking comes out, bro?
Oh
We
my.
expected it. We thought he was gonna show up. The fucking Rock shows up there. Doesn't say a fucking word. Doesn't say a fucking word. Just shows up, has this aura about him, and then what he hits like the 1 2 3, then his music hits
3.
again,
And then
right? Or
and then he
yeah, and then he just goes,
does the next slice.
yep,
But once again, another situation where I say, you should have had a fucking camera on me. Jumped up out of my fucking
yep,
couch. And what I love is that Emily just knows, like when I'm fully invested in the beginning, she used to look and go like, holy shit, what the fuck you doing? Now she just knows this is just him. Yeah, because I'm fucking hyped. This is like, I love this shit. And
yep,
even though, yes, bro, we knew The Rock was going to make a return. We all fucking knew that. We all called it, especially whenever he posted Friday saying that he was in Georgia, and everyone was like, oh shit,
yep.
bro. Yes. His music hit. The final boss comes out with the fucking belt and everything. Like, I don't give a fuck what people say. Yes, bro, that's the people's champ right there. And doesn't say a word, doesn't go to the ring. I I wanted him to all like he played it perfectly, but in my head, I kept on thinking, bro, get pissed. Get pissed the way you did at WrestleMania, bro. I wanted him to walk to the ramp. What the fuck is it? What is this? Like, what is going on? Like, I wanted him to flip out. But then I thought, nah, bro, you played it perfectly. You just looking at him, just okay.
He shows up at the moment where Roman is giving Cody his championship, and he shows up in that moment, seeing like, okay, like I see what's happening here, and it's fucking another thing. What I say, bro, storytelling. It's cinema. Now we get to see where this storyline goes, and Roman and The Rock teamed up to go against Cody, and now The Rock shows up and sees Roman and Cody pretty much not being friends, but showing respect to each other.
Mhm.
So to the final boss, Rock, that's like, motherfucker, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And so I can't wait to see where this goes. Someone posted a video of Solo Sikoa telling the
Yeah.
crowd,
I
someone
was
in the
just about to
crowd,
bring that
like
up. Yeah.
that this is all part of the plan. So is The Rock the one pulling the strings on Bloodline 2.0? Is he the one that told Solo to take Roman's mantle? Is he the
Mhm.
one that actually truly is the final boss, and Solo is still going to The Rock about what, maybe The Rock is Solo's wise man? Who the fuck knows? But we are going to get there, and The Rock paid it perfectly, like you said, because he didn't say anything. He just gave the thing like he's coming for either Cody or Roman or both, whether, whatever the fact may be. But then he goes straight to Instagram Live and doesn't really give us anything. He's just pretty much telling us like,
Just talking
you're
shit.
not going to know how, yeah, you're not going to know how the final boss feels right now, but you're going to find out. And who knows whether it's on this week's SmackDown? Who knows when the fuck that is? But we're gonna get it later. And just The Rock showing up and us, not that we forgot about him, but automatically inserting his presence into the storyline once again because we knew it was coming.
Yeah.
But automatically just inserting himself, and all he's got to do is show up one time, not say a single word, and we're already over here theorizing what's gonna happen with The Rock. Like that's all he has to do. So gosh, I can't wait, bro. I can't wait to see where this goes.
I loved it on the Instagram live or whatever. He left the arena. I loved it. Didn't have to
Yeah,
go,
he went straight. He just left.
didn't talk to, Paul, didn't do none like that. Hey, hey, I killed it. I showed no, yeah, you want to know what the final boss thinks? Well, you'll find out whenever I'm ready to tell you what I think. This is he's giving security guards fist bumps and everything. But then I loved when he walked past the trailers and everything like that. He saw Stone Cold, he said, hey, it's my boy. This is. He saw Dusty. He said, the Rock's childhood hero. Love you. Hate your son. And then he turned around, John Cena. He goes, oh, this one here, go eat some fruity pebbles. And then I thought, bro, there it is. I loved it. I loved it so much. But
He's great.
real quick, Emily sent me this TikTok, and she said I should ask this on the pod. So basically, this guy made a comment saying that, because you brought up Jay earlier, that Jay Uso is the modern day Jeff Hardy after he separated from Matt Hardy.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's just from a standpoint of like everyone does and with Jeff Hardy, everyone wants to do this. Um, I mean, from a move perspective, I don't really see that. I mean, and Jey Uso is definitely not doing the crazy shit that Jeff Hardy was doing.
I think it's purely just from going from a legendary tag team and venturing off on your own and becoming bigger, or
Okay,
equally
that's
big, and then, succeeding and winning titles and just being so over. Because, bro, I mean, everyone knows when Jeff came out, that he was fucking it, bro. And when he won the titles, everyone was happy for him. So it made me think, I could see that. I could see that. I mean, Jay isn't winning, the WWE championship right now, but I mean, the IC title is pretty damn good. It's in good hands. Hell, it just had a legendary run from Gunther and everything like that. Like it means something right now. So that's still a pretty damn, significant title to win. So
yeah,
thinking about it like that, like, yeah, okay. I'm not mad at it. Basically
yeah.
Jeff was over. Jay's are over. I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. I mean, could you say LA Knight is? I mean, I guess he wasn't from a tag team, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess yeah. I guess he would be. I don't look. I'll just say this. I don't look at Jey Uso, and not once in my mind has Jeff Hardy come to my mind. Like
Oh, same. I
I
didn't think about
I,
it until that TikTok and that guy said that
I
he
just
looked
don't
at him
think.
like that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair to say. I guess yeah. I mean, and Jeff Hardy when he split up, he went and won the Intercontinental title before he won like the main titles. So yeah, I mean, I guess Jay did that as well. But I just look at it from they're just completely different.
Yeah.
So but yes, you're right. As far as like the crowd just loves him, like everybody loves him, then yeah, I mean, I guess so. I don't think Jey Uso is going to accomplish from a single standpoint. I don't think he's going to accomplish everything that Jeff Hardy did.
Mm.
And I could be completely wrong about that, and I hope I am because I love Jey Uso. But I just I don't know. I don't see him having the run that Jeff Hardy did as a single star.
No, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, maybe he is like him. Um, Okay, so then before we get into the Rock, you know, we could theorize about that all fucking night. We'll be here all night, bro. We love talking about the fucking bloodline. There's so many ways that this story can go. Um, one person I feel bad for, Cody Rhodes. This motherfucker has people left and right coming at this dude. Triple H announces that he's got to fight Gunther at Crown Jewel. That's one. Roman Reigns is telling him, I'm coming back for my championship. Whenever I'm done with this bloodline shit, I'm coming back for you. That's two. The Rock shows up. hits the thing, telling him, "I'm coming for your ass still. Like, don't forget about me." Kevin Owens, this motherfucker, Kevin Owens, after Bad Blood, attacks Cody Rhodes. So now Cody Rhodes has Kevin Owens. He's got 4 people, and Solo Sikoa and Bloodline 2.0 are still after him. So you could add like 9 people to the list now of
I was
people
right.
that are
I
coming
thought you were
after
going to say
Cody
KO
Rhodes.
for number 5. I was ready for
It-
you to say Solo in the Bloodline.
so this poor guy, bro. I mean, this poor guy. I'll just say this before I let you talk here. It was brilliant. I think it being after the show just proves a point at where we are from a WWE standpoint, from a social media standpoint, for how big WWE is at the moment. This happens completely off camera. Completely. WWE doesn't post this video. I'm watching the press conference and Triple H says that Cody Rhodes has something come up. He can't make the press conference. I just thought, oh, rightfully so. He just had a brutal match. No, it's because this motherfucker got jumped by Kevin Owens. And so I go to Twitter and I see this and I'm thinking, holy shit. They just completely depended on the fans to tell us that, bro, Kevin Owens just turned heel on Cody Rhodes. Um, so I thought it was brilliant. I love the way they do it. It was completely different. It was completely different than seeing all these other heel turns that we see. And they really truly relied on WWE fans to spread this around like wildfire. And it did. It spread like that. It just all it took was one video to post. I saw Wrestle Off post it. Everybody was posting it. So it just goes to show where we are from a standpoint of how big WWE is from a social media aspect. Just crazy times because 10 years ago you can't do that, right? It's got to be on WWE camera. Um, it was crazy. I thought it was brilliant. I loved it.
I completely agree with everything you just said. It was a genius move by WWE to do that, and it just feels so real. It
Mm-hmm.
just enhances the story to make this seem like we're talking about rivalries or like making shit personal. This one was personal. He pulled up
Yep.
on him when he was about to get back on his bus. Like he for real had to have this full conversation, and no one really heard what they were saying because the fans were all recording. And I like in that moment, it's just like, holy shit, KO and like Cody are right there, like discussing what just happened at Bad Blood. Bro, holy shit! Like in the whole heel turn, not on TV. It's not the regular moment where the Cody turns around and then KO jumps him or something like that, and the fans, oh, finally happened. Michael Cole and all them talking about no, truly relying on the fans and everyone's behind the scene photos and videos of happening, before their eyes, posting it on social media. It's genius. It is so genius. And it was such a nice touch. Um, it made me think like thinking about it now, it's like that's something you can do only once in a while. You can't have this as like a
Yeah.
regular thing from now on that every, so many PLEs or, SmackDown or Raws, you get fans recording wrestlers getting, having whole things in the back like that. No, like no. This only happened once in a while, but it was a genius move.
It was just a nice touch. It was just a nice touch on how different the landscape is for WWE now. Like they knew that parking Cody's RV here, having fans there, people are going to be watching, people are going to be recording. Imagine being the person catching like this video, like catching Kevin Owens. Like imagine us just being there watching Cody and then you see this, like that's insane. You wouldn't even think about that. It was just, and like you said, you hit the nail right on the head. If it makes it feel more real, like it makes
Mhm.
it truly feel like it's a fight outside. No, I loved it. But now it's like, see, this is where I say is I don't really care about this crown jewel thing because it takes away from the actual story. I want to see what happens with Kevin Owens. I want to see what happens with Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. Triple H put out a tweet today that they're aware of the incident and they're going to take care of it. So I can totally see them suspending Kevin Owens, and then we'll have Cody versus Gunther, and then after that, that is when we'll get Cody and Kevin Owens back. But I don't want to see that. I want to see it now. I want to see what happens on SmackDown.
Yeah. I mean, the whole crown jewel thing really dampers a lot of stuff. Like how we said, on paper, it looks good.
Yeah,
Cody and Gunther in a match. Fuck yeah, that's money. But I don't care right now. We
yeah.
have this iconic ass storyline, bro. This legendary storyline that's just it. Oh my gosh. It's basically just like it's the bloodline storyline that has nothing but spin-offs. And you're following along. You're watching everything that happens. And this Cody and Gunther, bro, is like Agatha right now. Like we don't care. We don't need it. No one asked for it.
Yeah.
it's cool. The idea, cool, whatever. But no one asked for it. We want to stick with the main story.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm truly ready to see what happens on SmackDown.
Yeah, and it's like the crown jewel is kind of just in the way, because then if you don't do it at crown jewel, then Survivor Series. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I kind of just felt like the path that they were going was Cody was going to be on Team Roman for this War Games, and maybe
Mhm.
not. And so maybe Cody will fight Kevin Owens at Survivor Series. But if he doesn't, and if he's on Team Roman for the War Games, then it's like, where the fuck do you run him in KO? Maybe it's a SmackDown match, but I just feel like this turn on Kevin on KO or on from Kevin Owens on Cody Rhodes deserves to be a PLE match, but it's like, okay, well, now where do you have it? Because the crown jewel thing is just in the way. That's the way I look at it. And I know I sound spoiled as fuck because Cody and Gunther, like you said, on paper, fucking hits, bro. We would love to see that match. But now it's like it's just in the way. Like I want to see what happens with him and Cody. So who knows? Either way, Bloodline solid. It was solid. Go ahead.
I got it. I got it.
What?
I just got the text from Paul. KO is going to be suspended up until Royal Rumble. And then that's going to put a pause on the KO thing for a little bit. And Cody's just itching to get his hands on him. He's going to do his bullshit with Gunther, yeah, but he's still going to take care of the bloodline business. So KO's not going to be a factor when it comes to Survivor Series. Royal Rumble is going to come in. He can have a little match with whoever. I said this last time, and I'm still going to stick with it. But now we're going to switch it up. He's going to come back at Royal Rumble, because at Royal Rumble, we're going to get Cody versus Rock. Rock's going to win that title because KO is going to prevent that win for Cody. Hold on. And at Mania, we'll get Cody versus KO. And we're going to get Rock versus Roman. And guess what? Boom. OTC gets his title back.
Okay,
Thank you, Paul of it.
Yeah, I mean, I do want to see Cody and KO, but I don't want to see that at fucking WrestleMania. So sorry.
Hey, never mind. He don't like the idea.
But fucking nice touch though, because if we do see Cody and Rock at Royal Rumble, I'm telling you, bro, I've been fucking telling you, I'm putting it into existence here. We gotta fucking pull up to the Royal Rumble, because I feel like it's gonna be a big PLE, bro. I feel like some shit is gonna go down, and I feel like it'll be worth it for us to make the trip down there to Indianapolis, even though it's gonna be fucking cold. February 1st, I assume it's gonna be fucking cold, but
yeah, I told my father-in-law Jason, I go, you ever been in Indianapolis? He goes, I don't think so, because he travels for work. He travels all over the fucking country.
yeah,
And he goes, why? I said, well, in February, WWE's going to have a pay-per-view, the Royal Rumble. He goes, shit. He goes, good luck. He goes, are you thinking about going? I go, we want to. He goes, good luck. He goes, it's going to,
why?
he goes, you're going to have so much snow. He goes, it's going
Yeah,
to
see,
be,
that's what I'm
he
worried
goes,
about.
he said,
That's
apparently
what
they
I'm
have
worried about.
tunnels, bro, that lead you to a stadium, that lead you to a hotel because of how bad the snow is. He goes, it's going to be
Holy
bad.
shit.
And then I looked at Emily
Yeah.
and I was like,
I still think it's worth it, bro. I think look, we can't go to WrestleMania, so
why
next
not?
best thing would be Royal Rumble. I don't know about you, but you have fucking $50,000 because that's what the first row going for. So we can't do that. So Royal Rumble, bro. I feel like The Rock is gonna be there. If especially him showing up for Bad Blood, I feel like The Rock is gonna be at Royal Rumble. And I feel
Yeah.
like he's gonna. I feel like he's gonna go on a little path where he may not be full time, but like we got last time, he was on quite a bit of SmackDowns. He was
Yeah.
on quite a bit, so I could totally see that leading up on the road to WrestleMania. The Rock will be there. So who knows? Either way, though, Bad Blood, it was solid. Like you said, start was high. Other three matches were kind of and then the final match, another big moment. So those all in all make the PLE in like an 8 for me.
Yeah, like I said, I was pretty high on it. I said 9 because the good shines bright over the con, like the bad.
Mhm.
Like I really, really enjoyed it. Like I'm happy. I saw Liv versus Rhea. I love both of them. Nia versus Bailey. Cool, no big deal. Finn versus Damian, whatever. I mean, yeah, I'm over that one. Disappointed in a lot of those matches, to be honest. But that beginning and that end took care of everything.
Yeah.
And it made me happy.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was solid. So, anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Cool. I mean, like I said, we could sit here and theorize about where the Bloodline's going with this. I'm curious to see SmackDown on Friday. I'm curious to see Raw on Monday. So, next week I'm sure we'll have a lot more to talk about as far as theorizing and where these stories are going. But for today, I mean, yeah, Bad Blood. I mean, like you said, it was solid. So we'll catch you guys next week.
All right, later, guys.